Hello everybody, it's me, Nikki, and today I'm here with a book haul. It is going to be my last book haul until November, which is when my birthday is, and then so there'll be a birthday Christmas book. So I'm on a book buying ban until my birthday and Christmas, essentially, is what's happening. The first two books I'll tell you about I just bought yesterday from Thrift Books. I had two free book reward things, so I used those. They should be here later, but I just wanted to do this now. The first one I bought is, I just had them up too. What the heck? Oh, it's The Five, by Holly Rubenhold. I've seen Rosie talk about this and Leanne from Literary Diversion, so that was always on my to-buy list. And I also got The Tiger's Daughter, because in another book haul, I don't know if you'll remember, I bought the sequel, not knowing, so I have now bought the first one so that I can read the sequel. Because I think, what's the sequel? Oh god. So The Tiger's Daughter is the first one, which is just bought. The Phoenix Empress. Okay, I thought it was the Phoenix Queen, but that's not right. So I bought the Phoenix Empress for my birthday, and I didn't know it was the sequel, so that's that. Now on to physical. I hit my water bottle and I thought it was gonna fall, so that's fun. On to physical books. I bought A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, a memoir of Lady Trent. I've been wanting this book forever. It's about Isabella Lady Trent, who is a dragon naturalist. So it has dragons. That's why we love it. But it's also about Lady Trent, who studies them when it's probably set during all that time, the 1800s, 1900s, when naturalism was really going on and women couldn't do it, so there's that. But I bought it off of eBay, and it came with the rest of the books. The Tropic of Serpents, Voyage of the Basilisk, The Labyrinth of Drakes, and Within the Sanctuary of Wings. It was like $20 for all of them. So that's what that second one looks like. Voyage of the Basilisk. These are sort of like the dragon versions of the Expanse series. I just know I'm gonna love them. In the Labyrinth of Drakes. Oh, there's a little baby dragon on the cover. And then this one is in hardback. It's Within the Sanctuary of Wings. And I don't know if this is the last one or if there's gonna be another one after it. So, but I'm excited for this. Excuse my squeaky chair. But I'm also like a little mad at myself. Like, I just put up all my books and now I have to put up more. So that's why we're on a book buying ban, because we're going to read all the books, figure out if I like them or not. So the next one is The Fifth Season. Excuse me, I got this off Mercari. It's well loved, which is fine. And this is the first in a trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. And it has, I know it has something to do with climate change because I've talked about our fantasy bingo, and one of the prompts is climate fiction, and people recommended this. So I think it is post-apocalyptic, but I think there's Also some fantasy magic elements. So, yeah. Ugh. Next, also from Mercari, is The Poppy War, the first... Is it a trilogy? I know there's 3 books, but I'm not sure if it's a trilogy, by R.F. Kuang. I thought this would be bigger. Like, it's not as big as I thought. I thought it would be thicker. I don't know. But I'm excited for it, and I am forewarned about... Chapter 21, I think, is where everything happens that could trigger someone. So, yes. And then these next ones are a birthday Christmas gift to from a friend to myself. And the first one is Conan Doyle for the Defense by Margalit Fox. How Sherlock Holmes' creator turned real-life detective and freed a man wrongly imprisoned for murder. I don't know anything about this case, but I was like, yeah, you gotta pick it up. So, a wealthy woman is brutally murdered in Glasgow in 1908, and as it says here on the back, the police found a convenient suspect, Oscar Slider, an immigrant Jewish card sharp. Wow, what a shock. He is known to be innocent, and he was tried, convicted, and consigned to life at hard labor. So Arthur Conan Doyle was like, no, and used the methods of his most famous character to reinvestigate the case, ultimately winning Slater's freedom. I mean, come on. He basically invented, like, I think the stuff Sherlock was doing, like, forensics was sort of around, or it was almost around, so obviously Conan Doyle heard about it, but no cop was doing it. So, like, yeah, he came up with it. Of course he could solve a crime. Maybe not a murder, but I guess he did solve a murder. Let me put those books right there. Next, I have Dragon Age to Winter Nights. This is a collection of short stories. Oh, it comes with a map. I didn't know that. I am a huge Dragon Age fan. The second one is probably my favorite. Don't at me. I love Hawk. I love Varric. I love the first one a lot as well. I got to become the queen. It was so much fun. Haven't finished Inquisition still. Oops. But I'm working on it. So, yeah, these are just short stories set in Dragon Age. Written by a lot of the people who... I know Patrick Weeks worked on the game, and I assume some of these other people did as well. So, yes, this makes me very happy. This is my first Dragon Age book, even though I know there are more out there. Oh no, the books fell. Next, I have The Diviners by Libba Bray. I've heard Leanne talk about this one a lot. And maybe somebody else, but I can't think of who. And this is a historical fantasy book. It's set in 1926. And Evie wants to be a flapper. But she has a gift, a magical gift, and it got her in trouble back home. So she goes to New York to live with her uncle, who's obsessed with the occult, and she's worried he'll find out. And then Evie realizes that she could actually help people, so she does. I think there's 2 more on the back, but I think there might be 5 in total, maybe 6. So but I didn't buy the whole series. I just bought the first one. Next is Blackfish City. Did I say The Diviners was by Libba Bray? It's by Libba Bray. This is Blackfish City, though, by Sam J. Miller. This is a science fiction. I believe it's also a bit of cyberpunk. Like, that looks cyberpunk. There was a climate war. There's a floating city in the Arctic Circle. The city's denizens have become accustomed to a roughshod way of living. A woman arrives riding an orca with a polar bear. She's known as the Orcamancer. That sounds amazing. I did not know, excuse me, that there was a Orcamancer in it. That's awesome. I just thought it was like a sci-fi cyberpunk thing. But yes, I'm excited for that. I'm trying to find more cyberpunk stuff. I have to go back to, was it William Gibson, I think, who wrote like the first true cyberpunk novel? Well, we'll find out. Next I have The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. Give Them Fire, Give Them Fear. Got to love that title. And this is, I think this has a sequel already. It's a fantasy, obviously. I almost specifically read fantasy nowadays, with a bit of smattering of other things. This is about Fi. She relies on her wits and bone magic drawn from the teeth of dead witches. I dig it. Fi discovers that a crown prince and a bodyguard have faked their deaths to escape the queen. If she protects him, he will protect her band of people called the Crows. And so they forge an uneasy alliance. I love it. I love it. I like crows as like a symbol of, we're going to fuck you up. Like the 6 of Crows, and they fucked you up and all that stuff. And finally, I have Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan with the subtitle Let Them Fear Her. I know there is a sequel out. Oh, it's shiny. Do you see that? It's, ooh, I didn't know this one was shiny. I know there's a couple special editions of this one and the sequel. But, oh, it's so shiny. I love it. And this is, again, a fantasy. It's an epic, passionate novel, so some romance. You gotta take what you can get. There's a girl, a prince, and a monster. The definition of monster to be determined. And the paths become intertwined during a centuries-long war. A star-crossed romance. Awesome. Awesome. But I like that title. So yes, I'm excited for all of these books. So yeah, those are all my books. I just have to put them on a shelf and see what happens. See what happens. I'm gonna fucking read them. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Yeah. Oops. That was an alarm. My apologies. I think, yeah, that's everything. So, book buying ban, no new hauls until after my birthday. And then probably around after Christmas. That is I'm going to read everything I have before, well, no, I probably won't read everything I have before my birthday, but, you know, I'll try to read a good chunk of it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.